Bring in Brian Nagel, senior analyst. See what kind of jacket he's wearing today. Okay, it's a good one. Shot another couch, big couch hunting. Brian, how about the comps? Is that going to be an issue? Where do you expect the stock to open?
Well, look, good morning, everyone. So, look, just like you said, that's going to be as we're initially evaluating this report from Lowe's, that's going to be the key metric. And just like Becky was saying in her opening, so yesterday, we got a better than expected comp sales gain from Home Depot. It was at 2.2%. Here Lowe's is talking about down essentially 4%. So that's what the market's going to focus on. I don't think it's that big of a deal because I think what's happening here, and we talked a little bit about this in your show yesterday, is Lowe's is more focused on, more skewed, if you will, to the DIY category and particularly the outdoor category. Now, Home Depot is very clear to say yesterday, and others have said it as well, that there's been a slower start to spring in many markets across the United States. But as the spring weather has finally come, these sales of these seasonal products have picked up. So I think Lowe's will say that same thing. But nonetheless, I think the market's initially going to look at this as a weaker than planned report, particularly relative to what Home Depot said yesterday.
Well, the high is 263, so 194. What do you think? 1 or 2% down, or what do you think when we finally get a trade?
Well, look, I think that's probably a pretty good guess. I think it's good to keep in context of what's happening with these names. And as we've been talking about a lot, and most all investors right now are to some extent concerned about a looming recession. And names like Home Depot and Lowe's have been hit hard with that as a backdrop. So these stocks are well off their highs. I think they're trading at what I consider depressed levels. So there may be a trade lower. 1 to 2% is probably a pretty good guess on Lowe's today. But I think the stock, relative to where this should be, is quite cheap here.